It looks so junky in the background. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my live. Today, we're going to be talking about the month of October. How y'all doing? For those of you who had a tough month in the month of September, I'm here to tell you that you're going to actually have a much better month in the month of October. So congratulations. I actually do plan on doing some tarot reads for the month of October. I haven't gotten to that, but I am planning on doing that. So let's talk about some of the events that's going to take place in the month of October. As most of you guys already know, hello, Deidre Janelle. As some of you guys already know, the full moon in Aries took place on, what was it, October 1st? Yeah, so that was a really powerful moon, you guys, for a lot of people, especially for myself. Being a Pisces ascendant, of course, being born on the tail end of Pisces ascendant, last 10 degrees is also sub-ruled by Mars. So having that type of energy, having Mars and the full moon actually taking place in my first house, a lot of good energy and also some anxiety going on there as well. But some of the events, I have my notes here, you guys, just in case you see me looking down. Some things that's going to take place is like Venus entered Virgo on the 2nd of October. So a lot of people with Venus entering Virgo, the sign of marriage, you know, Virgo rules the work house. So a lot of great things can be happening in the work area of your life. Like there could be some good news coming in for a lot of people in terms of their work life, but you definitely need to check your birth natal chart to find out exactly what is going to transpire for you. Wherever Virgo is placed in your natal chart, that is where Venus is going to transit, okay? Those of you who are a little bit more progressed in astrology, you can actually look at your progressed chart and see where Virgo takes place as well. So a lot of great things to take place in October. The month of September really sucked for a lot of people, especially for me. I'm just looking forward to a lot of forward movement in the month of October. And we all can look forward to forward motion because of Pluto. Pluto actually went Pluto went direct in the sign of Capricorn on October 3rd. So Capricorn actually rules our midheaven, right? The 10th house is the natural ruler of the 10th house. The peak of our chart is our status, this is our stage persona, all of that great stuff. So having Pluto, the planet of transformations, to take place anywhere where your status sign is, whatever house Capricorn is in your birth natal, this is where you're going to see your status change, okay? If for Aries ascendants, you will see it in your 10th house of your careers, things of that nature, where you can see your status actually change, your stage persona changing a tad bit, you know, just life changing in general. A lot of you guys can actually be up for transformation. No, I'm sorry, for promotions, also changing jobs. Some of you guys may even decide to leave a job to move forward to another job that actually fulfills your purpose here in life, okay? So a lot of great things to look forward to in the month of October, all right? Another thing, you guys, is on September 29th. That is when Saturn actually went direct in the sign of Capricorn as well. So a lot of stability coming in for a lot of people. Some people will be starting over, getting a new understanding, grasping new concepts of what to expect in their career sector. So that's pretty good, you know, Saturn going direct and not being retrograde, because it has been retrograde for quite some time. So that's something that's really good, you guys. That's gonna help a lot of us to get out of the bind or the situation that we have been dealing with in the month of September. Okay, so yeah. Some more events that's going to take place is October 14th. This is something that we definitely need to look out for, you guys. Mercury actually goes into retrograde in the month of October, on October 14th. This is when a lot of karmic type energy is going to come back to you. So a lot of people who have put out a lot of bad energy, bad communication or poor communication, or let me see how would I like to word it. You know, communication that had ill intent is going to actually come back to you. Okay, a lot of this energy is going to come back to you. So this is definitely some of that karmic energy. You want to be careful with what you say out of your mouth, how you say it. Be very, very careful with how you speak about people, and also, not being a gossiper, like talking too much, because it definitely will come back to you. Because Scorpio is one of those signs that's all about revenge, a very vengeful sign, a very sneaky sign. Hi, Kelvin. Very sneaky sign, a sign that this is a water sign, so water does creep. Water likes to play both sides of the coin. So you have to be very careful when you're dealing with Scorpio energy. Very investigative type energy. They're the detectives, they're searching for things. So if you say something, make sure that it's the truth, because, it can definitely come back to bite you in the ass. Definitely. Okay. So that's on October 14th. All right. So now, we do have the sun. The sun is still in Libra, which is going to square Pluto in Capricorn on October 15th. Now, a lot of things, let me tell you something about a square. Squares are, a lot of times squares create conflict, a lot of conflict, tension, and just a lot of obstacles are kind of like placed in your path. But I don't feel like squares are just like horrible, because squares are definitely necessary for growth, okay? Having obstacles placed in your way, sometimes it gives you the right energy that you need to be able to overcome obstacles, learning your power, understanding your power, and using your power to your advantage. So squares definitely help us to grow, not only physically, but also spiritually. So this square with Sun, with the Libra and Pluto and Capricorn, yeah, it can bring in a lot of problems, especially when you're dealing with other people. So you want to be careful with this energy whenever you're dealing with people in business, your partnerships, relationships, your spouse, your significant other. You definitely want to pay close attention to how you're speaking with these people, okay? What is actually going on in this particular realm of your life, okay? This area of your life. You want to be careful, okay? Now, some more exciting events that's going to take place is on October 16th. We'll have a new moon in Libra. So like October 16th, I feel like for a lot of people that had been struggling in the month of September, with a lot of different things taking place with that Pisces moon that took place on September 2nd, a lot of illusions, a lot of crazy things happening for you. I do feel like on October 16th, that with the new moon in Libra, that's when you're going to kind of find that balance. I feel like a lot of people, for a lot of zodiac signs, you're going to find that balance where you're going to actually start feeling a little bit of relief from the month of September, really seeing things to go back to normality for you in a sense, okay? So that's exciting, you guys. And definitely for those of you who are really advanced in your spirituality. Of course, you already know the moon rituals you need to do to actually set your intent into motion to make sure that you get all the benefits of the moon, okay? So a lot of great things are going to be taking place, all right, you guys? So some more things that you would, like this whole month of October is filled with a lot of great events. For those of you who do follow me and you are subscribed to the channel, when I do the tarot reads, of course, it'll be a little bit more specific for your particular zodiac sign. You definitely want to look at your rising whenever I'm speaking about something, especially in terms of tarot, because that is your rising is the window to all the houses in your birth chart. Your sun sign gives a lot of information, but it's not the whole story, as I say in most of my videos, okay? So October 23rd, you guys, the sun actually will enter Scorpio. So a lot of secrets will definitely be brought to the surface for a lot of people. So you definitely want to be careful with who you're communicating secrets to. Things that you don't want to be publicized, you definitely want to keep it to yourself. You have to be careful, you guys, because you really don't have a lot of friends. You know, we want to believe that we have lots of friends. We want to believe that people are actually on our side. But in actuality, you know, in reality, we have very few friends, and it's very difficult to trust people with our secrets. So a lot of times when the sun is in Scorpio, a lot of things are really brought to the surface in terms of your intimate life, you know, terms of, you know, what goes on in eighth house type situations. You know, the eighth house rules that is the house of sex, death, and rebirthing, you know, like things that you've been searching for, you know, like if you've been stalking someone, whatever the case may be, a lot of those things can actually be brought to the forefront and people can find out what you've been doing in your private time. So you definitely want to be careful in terms of, you know, your secrets or things that you do in private, you know, who you share that information with. Be careful with that, okay? And this is October 23rd when the sun actually enters Scorpio, right? October 28th, Venus will enter Libra, okay? This is beautiful, you guys, because Venus naturally rules Libra. So Venus can actually become what Venus wants to become. And the sign of Libra is all about love. It's all about, you know, really, really growing in prosperity, you know, that abundance, reaching that abundance that you so desperately want or you've been striving for. Now, if you haven't been working for anything in the month of September or the year or months prior, then of course there's nothing to expect here, right? But if you have been working, a lot of great things is to come into motion for you guys in terms of love, abundance, prosperity. Venus rules so many things, you know, it just touches so many things. Creativity, you know, love, you know, abundance, you know. In the tarot deck, it is the Empress, you know, so that Empress type energy, just that nurturing type energy, that those new developments, a lot of new developments can take place at this point in time. And this is October 28th, you guys, when Venus actually enters the sign of Libra. For those of you who are struggling in terms of love, this is a grand opportunity to get your love life back on track. You know, where you and your significant other can really feel those strong bonds again. If you guys have been disconnected, this is really a time for peace and harmony to really re-enter into your relationship sector, okay? So for those of you who are looking forward to a beautiful love relationship, October 28th, the time is going to be, you know, that's time that you really can repair a relationship that has, you know, been kind of like off for quite some time, okay? Now, there are some relationships that's unrepairable, of course, but for those of you who are able to salvage your relationship, this is a wonderful time to really put this action into, you know, motion, okay? Now, on October 28th, also Mercury retrogrades in the sign of Libra. But this is not a bad retrograde, you guys. When we talk about retrogressions, of course, it's like the planet is just standing still. It's definitely not giving off its highest benefits, you know, its most harmonious benefits. But actually, Mercury in retrograde in Libra is actually going to bring about some harmonious type nostalgia. Like, you may think about things that happened in the past relationships, things of that nature. But because you have Venus here as well in conjunction with this Mercury, you're going to be able to really appreciate the love that you have now. And you may think about past relationships that you had that didn't work out for you. And now you're just so happy to have found this love, or to be in this position in your life, this abundance, you know, just being proud of yourself in a sense of where you came from and where you are today. So I feel like a lot of you guys are definitely going to really appreciate this Mercury retrogression in the sign of Libra on October 28th. Okay, so that's some really good and interesting aspects that's going to take place for you guys. Also, like the last but definitely not least, on October 31st, a full moon in the sign of Taurus. As you guys know, Taurus rules our house of value, the house of our material success, you know, things that we like what we truly value, what really matters to us. And also Taurus, the second house, rules the second house. The second house aspects the eighth house. So having this type of energy here, this full moon here, a lot of people will be able to really manifest a lot of things, like material wise, that they wish to have. But you have to be careful, of course, with this full moon energy, because the moon represents our emotions. And then for some people who's not going to be able to manifest the things that they want materially, they may find themselves in a slight depression or feeling a little emotional about things that they don't have. So sometimes your value, things that you value, your value system can be disruptive. Okay, it can be disrupted in a sense when we have full moons, you know, because the moon brings about a lot of energy. All right, so but overall, I just see with this type of energy, I see a lot of people tying up a lot of loose ends, you know, things that has not worked out in the past is definitely working out for you now. And you're learning to cope with whatever has transpired in the months before. You're learning what you truly value and what true value is. And it's not necessarily in material things, but it's in the spirituality. It's in spirituality. It's in yourself and the people who truly love you. So it's very important to use this full moon energy to elevate yourself, to reach the highest vibration, rather than really focusing on the material world. You want to focus on true value, things that brings you true value, because you can accomplish the whole world materially. You can have everything you wish for in the material aspect. But if you don't have people who you love or people to share it with, then it becomes worthless. And I feel like this full moon is definitely going in Taurus, October 31st. It's going to help a lot of people to understand that and to really be able to thrive off of this energy and be able to make life a lot easier for them, being able to move forward in a forward direction where they're just really placing value more into people or more onto people opposed to material type things. So overall, for the month of October, lots of events happening, lots of closures, lots of new beginnings for a lot of people. Karma is going to be rearing its beautiful or ugly head, depending on what you have put out. What you put into the universe is exactly what you're going to get back. Okay, so a lot of things are going to take place in the month of October, but this is definitely the month for a lot of people to really, really get that new beginning, start over, and really, really find that balance that they need to relieve some anxiety, because I feel like a lot of the zodiac signs dealt with a lot of anxiety in the month of September and some in the prior months before September as well. But this is the month that all these things are really going to be kind of like laid to rest, where you guys are going to be able to really, 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 really focus on what's most important to you, really finding that true value in life and what really matters the most in life. The biggest thing is, you guys, is just really understanding your purpose. And once you truly understand your purpose, knowing that everything that happens in your life, whether is bad or good, is actually preparing you for your destiny, accepting that, walking in that truth, in that light, and just knowing that everything is going to work out for your greater good. That is what is going to bring you peace, is what is going to bring you joy, is what is going to bring you absolute happiness in the month of October, and any month for that matter. Just understanding that you have a purpose here. And sometimes we do get the hard jobs, but because we were the chosen ones to take on the hard jobs, it doesn't mean that we are doomed for success, and we're just going to always feel like we're in a state of, not elevating. It's just letting us know that we are powerful beyond measures, and that we are the ones that are able to handle these difficult tasks, and we will overcome the obstacles that has been placed before us, and we will come out greater than before. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful month of October. I wish you guys so much love, so much peace in the month of October. And until the next time we meet, you guys, I love you so, so much. And peace and blessings. Bye.